Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another episode of Disaster Squad. With us, we've got our players. We've got Eric.
Hi.
Eric. And then from the Codfish, then we have Marcos from Marcos Games.
Hi.
And Taylor.
I've been kind of...
Hello.
She's cool.
I've been kind of sick, so, if my voice sounds, quiet this episode, that's why. But if Taylor can do this after doctors stab knives into her vocal cords, I can probably do this.
I don't know, Marcos. A little cough is pretty dangerous.
So dangerous.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go.
All right, yeah. So anyway, where this episode takes off is from the last episode where the players, they got this alert, this warning, there was a siren over the city of Sactus, and what they saw in the distance by the Blood-Spire Peaks was that there was the opening of this rift, and it was just loosing all of these aberrations into the peaks, and they were flooding down into the city. And Harkin's like, "We gotta go, Claire," and she's like, "Yeah." And so they were about to head out, but Donovan's like, "Look, we gotta stay and fight because this is where we live." And Heidi's like, "Yeah, we kind of want to stay." And
Stupid.
Frickin' okay. And so he goes with them, and they form a perimeter with the Rangers and the police and the military units. And there's a fight. There's a big fight that breaks out. One of the aberrations introduces itself and says, "We look forward to adding your powers to the collection of the brood." And there's a big fight, and there's something like tunneling under. And eventually the players win. They defeat it. And the Heidi and Donovan were using disguises as Livewire and Thistle. However, Harkin was not. He was like, "I'm just going to be fighting as myself." And so after the fight is over, there was a conversation inside of the kind of inner sanctum where they're like, "What do we do about this? There's 3 superpowered individuals running around in the Downs. What's going on with them? Who are they?" And they investigated, and what they found out was that Harkin was living outside the city in a little hut, and so they went out to go meet him. And so, another thing is that Harkin had spoken with Claire because he just rescued his sister, and what he found out was that his older brother, Sammy, was still alive out there somewhere. And she had been fleeing from the town with him, and they'd gotten separated. She said that there were some strange lights overhead, and it was dark, and the group had split up. And she kept running and running and running from something out there in the darkness. And after she had run for a while, she was just alone, and she couldn't find him. And Harkin is planning on going back there to see if he can figure out what's going on with Sammy, what happened to him. And as he's talking about that, Heidi is coming over, and Livewire is currently at his house. And then that's when they hear a knock at the door, and they open it up, and there's the military. So there's knock knock. You open the door, and as you open the door, you see this man who's dressed in this black suit, white shirt underneath, black tie, and he has these sunglasses, these circular sunglasses. He's like, "Good afternoon, pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Draken." And he holds out his hand for you to shake it.
Awkwardly shake his hand.
"I am from the city government of Sanctus, and we're here to speak with you. Would we be able to come into your house and have a chat?"
And I look back at who's in here? Donovan, right? Donovan and my
This is
sister.
Donnie.
Just say, sure.
Thank you. And he enters, and then there are 2 other guys, and the 2 guys who enter have this military outfit and have some weapons on them. And then outside of the house, there are a few other guys kind of milling about who also have military gear, and they are they occasionally look at the house, but they're kind of looking at the perimeter kind of out into the woods. And he sits down, and he's just like, "Well, I mean, we had heard about what you had been doing in the Downs, the work during the battle that had taken place yesterday between the Rangers and the Aberrations. And so we have come down here as a means of just wanting to get to know you, understand who you are, and just as a thank you, because we're very appreciative of the work that you've done. You've put your lives in danger, and he's looking at Livewire as well. And
yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Bye. And just start kind of like awkwardly trying to shuffle them out.
Are you busy right now?
Yeah. I got. I'm going on a trip. So, see you later.
Couple of personal issues.
Oh, what kind of personal issues?
The personal kind. See you later.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys are making me incredibly uncomfortable with their whole looking around business and like, oh, we just wanted to say thanks. I'm like, okay, cool, you said it, bye.
Before, there is one other person who is interested in seeing you, and I assure you, you won't want to say no to this person. This is Therius, the Great Father, wants to see you. He's come all this way out here just to say hello.
Would I know who that is?
Yes, you know who that is. It is
Who is that?
This is a character who's kind of like a very high up, like religious figure in the in Sanctus.
So he's like the Sanctus Pope.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Would I feel like that's a good or a bad thing? What's this dude's stance on like superpowered individuals?
This is the. I'm trying to think. His history is that he gives speeches on occasion and talks about unity and you have to believe in each other, and he's someone who I'm trying to think. It's you probably would not have any direct influence with him. Like if anything, like the fact that he's out here is like, what the frick? Because he doesn't even like leave like the Praetorum normally, and so the fact that he is coming out here to talk with you, it's like normally you're speaking with other people that he works with if you do. So anyway, do you guys say anything or do anything else?
I've pretty much, if it's like, oh, this guy came out to see you, look at Livewire and then just okay, all right.
If you're
sure.
uncomfortable, I could just talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay. And as he says that, like the door opens, and what you see is that there are several figures dressed in kind of this like religious garb, and wearing helmets, and they seem to have weapons on them, but they're also wearing like religious insignias, and in comes this guy who's probably around like 50s, and he has this kind of streaks of gray and black. And as he comes in, like even the military people are like whoop, kind of getting out of the way for this guy. And he says, "It is my pleasure."
Yeah, just be how he talks. He's Yoda. he's an evil, ominous Yoda.
Hello there.
Sorry.
It is my pleasure to be meeting with you. Both of you. Hello, I am Therius, the Great Father. And, God damn it. Why am I blanking on this guy?
I made a Yoda joke, and that pushed literally everything productive out of your mind.
It is so great to be able to meet with you. I've heard of your great escapades and the work that you've done. Please, let me know, is there any way we could help you? And as he says that, I want both of you to make a willpower save.
Oh! Oh, he's a super-powered religious person. Okay.
I see now. What is willpower then? Where is it?
Where's my dice? Hang on.
What is willpower? Presence?
I think it's based off of it's on your defense. Go to the last
there
one.
It
Is
is.
will.
Cool.
Oh,
wow, natural 20, so 21.
Oh, duh. What am I... I was rolling a d6 because I was thinking this is Pokemon for some reason.
D6, that would suck.
Yeah, it really would.
All right, I got a
I got a 13.
13. He seems like okay. So for Livewire, he seems like a really nice guy. Just
Damn it.
something about him. Just
I have a +6 to my will, too. I just rolled really bad.
and you're just it's a very calming presence, and you do not at all feel that Harkin. You're just
no, I don't.
Your panic and your concern and your worry is too much right now.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he said, is there anything we can do anyway for us to help you? Like, what are you planning on doing right now? I hear you're busy.
Yeah, we're leaving. So thank you for coming by to visit. I appreciate the honor, I guess.
Please, the honor is mine.
Harkin, he's kind of a really important figure in the city, and it would just be kind of rude to just turn him away. But he seems like a nice, genuine person. I have very solid feelings that he's an incredibly nice person. These are my feelings and my feelings alone.
Now, here's the thing is that you, as a character, did not know that you crit on your willpower save.
Right.
I'm going to give you an intelligence roll, just to see, like, do you know that something's up? Or, actually, sorry, an awareness roll.
Because it is
Insight,
like, you don't know this dude. You don't know
Insight,
this.
looking at Donovan.
Oh.
Okay. You don't know anything's up.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
Maybe I just know this guy better than
trying
you.
to go.
As they're talking, we'll jump over to Heidi. And Heidi is coming through the forest, and as you are passing through the forest, the trees and the brush are moving aside for you, and you pass through the undergrowth, and as you're going through, you do see the house, and then you see that there's several military units hanging around.
I want to kind of skirt around to like where the back of the house would be.
Okay.
Because I
give me
assume they're all pretty much in the front.
Give me a stealth check, and I am going to give you a bonus because you're in brush, and this is like your element.
One might say it's your favorite terrain.
What am I doing? Stealth?
Yeah, that's a stealth.
Stealth. That would be 22.
Okay, 22. The brush is just kind of in front of you, and it leans over to obscure you from view as you go around to the back.
Okay, and I am the one that built the house, so I would assume I would know if there were windows somewhere.
Yeah, there's a window.
I want to peek through the window.
Okay. And he is, this figure is talking to the other two of them, and he continues and he says, "Oh, I understand that you have many things and works that you have to go forth and do, and I don't want to get in your way with that. I see the power that both of you have, the gifts that you have been given by the givers, I believe. And you are starting to understand them, starting to work out what to do with them. And I believe that you have been given these powers for a purpose, for a reason. And it is imperative that you
do follow through with what fate and the purpose that you have been given. And to go against such purpose would bring about potentially some consequences.
I just to imagine as you're saying that, Harkin's thinking back to the first time he got his power.
All right, so as he's speaking, Heidi can hear him, so she is also going to have to do a willpower save.
Oh, God.
Everything's gonna be fine, guys.
I swear to God, if both of you guys say that I'm the person with the highest willpower of the party.
I know, right?
I got an 18.
What the hell?
18. Okay.
You think you have the highest willpower? Mine is 8, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. You still rolled higher than I did. I just dumped all of my stats into the purely like intellect and mystical ones, and left all my physical ones as shit. So.
Yes, I did that too, kind of.
I didn't put
also give
anything
me an
into
insight
except
roll.
powers.
Okay.
I have very powerful powers and no skills otherwise.
Ooh. Insight. Okay. 19.
Okay, you can see that Donovan is, actually his live wire now is kind of leaning in, listening to everything this guy's saying, and then Harkin is just not having any of it.
Okay.
And, there he is. Okay.
Can I insight the guy? What was his name?
That is, Therius, the, Great Father.
Okay, can I insight check him too?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my goodness. Same roll. 19.
Okay. You can tell from the way he's talking, he's being kind of elusive with what he's saying. He's just talking about purpose. We all have certain abilities and capabilities that we are given for reasons. And it's important that we fulfill those purposes and that reason. And, to go against him is to go against, fate and destiny.
Like everything he just said.
And,
Okay.
so anyway, he finishes up and just says, but anyway, if you have work to do now, I understand. May my blessings go with you and the blessings of the givers. And he is proceeding to leave.
Would I try and stop him, or is that just?
You are not compelled to stop him. It's depending on what your character would want to say.
I would just be like, oh, thank you very much, and you too.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
will.
And may their light guide us all. And he leaves with his group. And so the religious group is the first to leave, and then second is the military group. And
right.
also,
because you just said I thought I felt favorably of him, but I didn't Okay.
Yeah. It's just you just get a feeling of warmth, kind of being around him.
So.
But anyway, everyone, give me a perception check.
Perception check. Oh, cool. Not high. Thanks, darling.
Finally.
I got 5.
Okay.
What was perception on the other side? Oh, it's just awareness, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's also perception on the other side.
Yeah, there's a skill called perception.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is going to be a 1d2.
Okay.
I got a 29.
Oh, you got a 29. Okay.
What?
So, what I'm going to say is that Donovan was probably distracted speaking with him, and and you were not having any of it. Also, Harkin was not having any of it. You were just kind of looking away. What you saw is that Draken was behind both of them, and what he does is he reaches into his pocket and pulls out something. It's kind of this small black thing, and then he places it kind of between the little chicks of the wood, and then he leaves.
He's got a gun!
In the house?
This small black thing, this is about the size of maybe a bead or on a necklace.
And he places it next to a tree.
So what happens is that there's a, you know how it's like in the wood, there's like little slits. He kind of like leans over and he places it in one of those little slits,
Okay.
Pretty much literally put something in the house.
and then he leaves. And so the group has left now.
Okay. I'm gonna wait a little bit, like a minute.
I think he's just like admiring the craftsmanship of the house.
Yeah.
And then pop up from the little window and go, guys.
Ah!
And I'm just gonna crawl through the window because there's no glass or anything because I
Okay,
can't
yeah.
make that.
Yeah. She like plop onto the ground.
That was super sketchy.
I'm
And then
not
I
into
go
this.
over to the little thing.
I mean, I thought he
That
was
he put
fine.
in
He's
the
like
wall.
one of the bigger religious leaders of the city. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with him.
And also another thing is that so Livewire, as he leaves, you can kind of feel the warmth sort of leave you.
Would I get the feeling that that was something supernatural?
You're going to have to do an intelligence check to see if you know that.
All right, give
And
me a second.
It's a little bit more difficult because it's like you had succumbed to it.
Okay, just straight intellect.
Yeah, straight intellect.
That is a 16.
16. You are not aware that it's something supernatural. You're just thinking like, God, I just wasn't thinking straight when he was here.
Yeah, okay. Then it's like, I mean, he's just one of the more. He's pretty well respected in the city. I mean, I haven't heard any like foul play from him. So
Yeah, but they left something. And I'm gonna go over to the wall and say, come over here. And talking to Livewire.
Okay.
And show them the little black bead.
Okay, so you point down towards it, and everyone now sees the little black bead kind of in the cracks.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
maybe some kind of like holy thing. I don't know.
Do you think it's like a camera? Or
Could cameras even be that small?
I
Would I have to
have
roll? Would I have to
Okay.
roll to
no
know that?
idea.
Anyone who has any like ranks in technology, so I think Harkin and what is it? Harkin and Donovan make a.
I don't have any ranks. I
Oh,
do
sorry.
not have ranks.
But it's
You
like
just have
you jack of all
abilities.
trades, if I recall.
I
or
rolled
something.
Yeah.
14.
14.
I basically can use stuff without punishment.
Okay, yeah. I'll have you roll technology as well.
Okay. Yeah. 12.
You guys are looking at it. It kind of has this metallic surface, and then it has like these little pinprick holes in it.
Or could it be a weapon? Or could it be... And Heidi's just listing off things.
I don't know. I'm uncomfortable with all this.
I don't think we should exit through the door, just in case.
I think you guys are getting a little, the dog.
Healing. Whose dog is that?
Yeah, where...
It's not. It's a cat.
Oh, it's a
That's
cat.
Oh, it's throwing out.
Yeah,
cat?
just
Oh, poor baby.
give it a minute. No,
Oh.
not poor baby. Just give it a minute.
But the, I mean, like, I think that... It really sounds like a dog. I think that if you... I mean... I think you're all overthinking this a little bit, but I mean, if you are worried, like, why don't you just toss it into the forest or something? I don't know.
I don't want to pick it up.
You could fling it with, like, your plant powers, or
What if
Harkin
it
can toss
blows
somewhere.
up?
I mean, it
Harkin
doesn't
can
matter.
pick it
We're
up with
leaving
his
anyway,
powers.
aren't we?
Yes, we are. Right?
Have we explained the plan to Heidi yet?
By the way, here's the plan.
Yeah, I figured we were going
Okay.
to save Sammy. We didn't. I agreed on doing that, right?
I don't know. I don't think he told me what was going on until I came and
Oh,
talked to
okay.
him after the battle. But again, it's been like 2 weeks. Whose fault is that? Jeez. These people making us delay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, but I don't know if this is some sort of boundary thing, and it like sets a. I have no idea how technology works, so I'm gonna assume it can do anything.
That's a good conclusion to come to.
I don't know what it can do, so I'll assume it can do anything.
So what if there's like a little thing, like a sensor, and then we can't leave, or they'll be notified that we leave? It sounded
don't
like if we
care.
leave, we were gonna get in trouble.
I did not get that at all from what he was saying.
Listen, if we're in trouble with them, we're in trouble. I don't care. I'm gonna go find my brother. I don't need to come back here. I thought everyone I knew was dead.
I do.
Well then, you don't have to come with me.
I mean, they also didn't see you. And also, I still think you're overthinking this.
They also might have seen you now.
If that is a camera.
What's a camera?
No, we talked about cameras.
Yeah, we've talked.
I know.
I know what a camera is.
I've forgotten. I rolled 4. Well, we should just go. The plan is still on. That changes nothing. It was weird, yeah, but
Didn't he just say something like if we don't work with them, it would work out poorly for us?
no, he's just saying do as the fates have chosen for us to do.
I think he thinks he is the Fates.
Well, he didn't tell us to do anything. He said he let us go about our business.
How much would I know about, like, the religion
Okay.
in the city?
Quite a bit. I'll give you kind of the rundown. Is they once again, it's that mythos of anything like spiritual is often given from the givers. With Therius, he kind of keeps to himself quite a bit. Like he selects certain people to work with him or work under him, and it's a little bit of an exclusive club that he has there.
Well, I mean, I don't know too much about him, but I don't peg him so much as I don't think that from the way he was talking, it didn't sound like he thought that he was he specifically referred to like the givers. So I don't think that he thinks he is the ultimate power.
Okay. Well,
All right, then we're good to go.
let's go find Sammy.
Okay.
Cut scene.
So, you guys all decide to leave. So a few things. One is, are you guys taking any supplies? And I'm going to say that it's probably going to be about 2 days if you guys are, trying to think, on foot it was like 2 weeks or something. A week and a half. Travel on foot.
I would have gone and talked to Basil before I left.
Okay.
And your mom?
No.
And so Basil's like, hi, hi, I'm Basil. I'm here. I'm a
Basil.
character.
I have to go help find Harkin's
You're leaving?
brother. Everything's gonna be fine. I promise.
Okay. You pinky swear.
Pinky swear. I'm gonna bloom a couple of like vegetable and fruit things
Yay!
so that he has food,
Yum, yum,
and
yum,
say, if you see this man, and I'm going to describe Draken as best as I can, avoid him at all cost.
Okay, alright. We'll do that.
Okay?
Alright.
No matter what Mom says.
Okay.
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 I love you. Stay safe. You'll be fine.
I love you
There's
too.
plenty of food here. I have to go help him. I wish I could take you. It's just way too dangerous. Mom's gonna be really mad.
Okay.
I'd
Oh, he's like, oh.
avoid her.
Okay.
Even more than the religious guy, just...
Okay. Bye. I love
Bye.
you.
I love you too, and gives you a hug.
And I hold on to him probably a little bit too long, and then I kiss his forehead and leave.
Sister, you're crushing me.
Okay, do you guys have any, like, supplies or anything you want to pick up or take? Or are you just...
I probably would have, like, started, all right, here we go, and then, wait, hold on. Realize I have nothing and no food.
I have food.
Oh, great, well then.
Yeah, she can make food.
I hope you guys like fruits and vegetables.
If we...
Raw
I mean-
vegetables. Here's an
depending
onion.
on the vegetable, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Potato.
But I imagine we should just travel Breath of the Wild style. I'll get on a log, and then Harkin just launches it with his powers, and then we're just flying through the air.
We would die.
Yeah, how are you guys doing overland travel through the wilds?
I assume
Well-
by foot.
Yeah, I mean, I got my sister, but now I got these two with me as well, so I can't really, like, propel us too fast anymore.
Okay.
I mean,
I
I
would-
move.
Normal speed.
I move decently through wild.
Heidi, could you make us like a big topiary elephant or something?
Yeah.
We could ride that.
Let's try
I
not
mean,
to draw
it'd
too
be
much
a
attention.
Bush. We'd probably think through it.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think it'd be best if we just traveled on foot and we weren't drawing attention to ourselves, especially if there are things out there and possibly people.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going along on foot, and Claire is coming with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I need her to be my eyes.
Okay. So the group is just traveling on foot, and it's going to take a week and a half of walking. And we're going to cut to this montage of, like, traveling across over, like, a peak over a mountain, fording over a river with, like, a toppled tree that Harkin toppled or something like that.
Full Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and you guys are traveling for a fairly long time, and you guys are spending the night out in the wilds. And so, in the wilds, you just maybe she makes like a little tree hut or something.
I can easily make something for us to all stay in.
And Claire is directing you guys like to the location where she said that where they had gotten caught, or where she had split up from her brother. And doop, and she okay. So after a week and a half of traveling, you guys finally get to this location. She's like, "Yes, it's right here. This is where we were split up from each other."
There was a light or something you said?
Yeah, overhead. And the area you're in is it's a forest, and this is like where you guys were. It was the dense forest of almost kind of in a jungle-like atmosphere with like moss. This particular one is almost kind of that dry, arid forest with like pine needles on the ground, and a reasonably dense canopy, but not as thick as the area around Sanctus. And she directs you to this like clearing, and in the clearing, I mean it's like there's nothing. There's like no. It's this empty area.
Harkin's gonna start just looking around. Look for clues. He's not gonna do a good job, but he's gonna try.
Gene keys.
Okay.
Exactly.
Does
So
it seem natural? Does the clearing seem like a natural clearing, or?
It does seem like it is a natural clearing. A lot of these particular areas around here are just kind of areas where like there might be snowfall in the winter or something, and it's open areas. So you're going to be you guys are kind of going around investigating, and I assume you guys are kind of staying together, going around, or are you splitting the party?
I'm just pretty much keeping Claire by me, but I'm looking for clues. They're free to do as they choose right now.
Sorry, how big is this clearing?
The clearing is this particular area. The clearing is about the size of we'd say like half a block or so.
Okay.
I would toss a little crane up and have it scout from the sky.
Okay.
And I guess I would kind of just help investigate, but I don't think I'd stay by him. It's better to have more eyes on other places and search more quickly, in my opinion.
Okay.
So we split the party.
I mean, it's a block, half a block.
I can
we can
make
still
my own party
see each
members.
other, right?
We split the party.
Okay. Give me. So first, we will start with Donovan. Give me a investigation check for the crane flying around, and what does it see? Or actually, you have a collection of cranes or something that are.
Yeah, I guess I would toss a couple out.
Okay, just give me one roll for all of them, and they're going to have an absurd bonus to it because you have multiple eyes in the sky.
It's an 18.
Okay.
Pocket confetti.
So as you are kind of scouting out, you do see from up there, you do see the some footprints kind of on the ground. You do so occasional tracks in some of the areas, and you do see in the distance a bit there is some smoke kind of rising from some of the trees. Like actually, there's 2 or 3 little bits of smoke rising up into the air, and trying to think what else. You do see that there is a canyon off farther to the other side. The smokes are kind of to the west of you guys, and then the others to the east. So smokes, west, canyon. And give me an investigation roll for, actually, perception check for Harkin. Sorry, you're going to give me both a investigation and a perception check.
Okay, here I go. Investigation. 13.
Okay.
Perception. 11.
Okay. You are walking along, and you're seeing like, oh, hey, I think there's some footprints here. It seems like maybe a boot or something, and you can't really make out that many details, and you're kind of following it along. And as you're following along with Claire, you see, hey, there's like little bits of rope kind of in the ground, and it's kind of running along, and you're like, huh, what's this? And then it comes up and you get caught in a net.
Great. Okay, well, as soon as it brings us up, I gravity us down.
Okay, so you and Claire are caught in the net, and so you gravity to the ground, and as you gravity to the ground, so you're on the ground, and you've just pulled the net down, and the trees
pretty much just like bend and break the whole thing, just so we're not hanging. So I bring us down, and if the whole thing's still together, I just want to pull it so it breaks.
Okay, so you just
Yeah, pretty much. It whipped us up, and then I brought us back down and broke the whole dang trap.
Okay, so there is a loud crack as the tree branch breaks, and the entire tree just as you snap it, and then like all these pine needles come down, and like the birds that were in the tree go flying.
Claire, are you okay, Claire?
It's like, I'm fine. And you guys undo the net off of you.
Do you know of anyone in the area that would be trying to catch people like this? Or animals? But I don't see how this is an animal trap, really. I don't know. I'm not good at the hunting stuff.
Okay.
Claire.
Oh, you're talking to Claire?
Yes.
I should. So Claire's silent. She is she's like, I don't know. I don't know anyone in this area. This is still quite a ways out of from Grimdock.
All right. Well, just keep your eyes out, or peeled.
Yeah.
What it is. The thing.
Okay. And what you see, Donovan, is through the eyes of one of the cranes, is you see that there's this woman who is going through the forest, and she has a bow and a quiver of arrows on her back, and she there's the tree snap, there's the sound, there's the birds, and then she goes in that direction. She's still quite a ways away.
Would I have seen them get caught?
Yeah, that you did.
Oh, okay. I would have one of them fly down and try and do the alert them to danger thing of, like, fluttering in their face.
Okay.
So to us, or who exactly?
So you...
Me and Claire?
Yeah, you and Claire.
Yeah, okay. So a origami crane comes down and it's like flap, flap, smack, smack, smack.
My eyes. So I'll stop.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like, I'm looking for live wire. I'm just start looking around like, okay.
I'm still in the clearing. I don't know how far away you are from me.
Yeah. And, I'm looking to see what I'm being smacked in the face about.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay. 17.
End of part 1.